Hey, Joe Miller, workers' compensation attorney in Virginia, North Carolina. Not long ago, I was privileged and honored to be asked to speak to my fellow attorneys, also some workers' comp commissioners, some claims adjusters, and folks in the healthcare field on the subject of Virginia workers' comp law and workplace violence. Unfortunately, a very timely subject. I spoke as part of a panel with my good friend and colleague on the defense side, Stephen Marshall, and also Ms. Tabitha Saunders of the Virginia Victims Fund. This took place at the annual Virginia Workers' Compensation Commission Educational Conference and Exhibition in Richmond, Virginia. Here's a little snippet of that presentation. Hope you find it interesting. I wanted to end things with just, more just a little bit less law and a little more practical advice for those of us who, especially who represent folks who have been through these sort of things. As my paralegal can tell you, it can be pretty challenging. The PTSD in some cases is very debilitating. You can have one person that's maybe, let's say they're a young person, they're fairly resilient, and they're going to bounce back after a year or less. And then another person, they're not going back to work anymore. They're not functional in society, much less any job. And it's probably permanent. I'm talking about somebody that saw people's brains blow down in front of them and then had to walk over dead bodies. And this is a person that works in an office. This is not a soldier. These people a lot of times are permanently harmed. So as an attorney, I have to, and we as an office too, we have to kind of put on different hats. We have to be, you're a little less attorney at law, a little more counselor at law, right? And sometimes it can be hard. And then sometimes you have to make some decisions, believe it or not, which, could result in life or death. We had situations where we had, this one guy, you have to make a judgment call on this. Is the guy really threatening suicide when he calls your office? Is he not? And you also have, as I mentioned in the materials, you have ethical things to consider because you have a duty to keep confidences for your client, right? And so, by calling someone and saying, my client is threatening suicide, really you're violating confidences. But on the other hand, do you want to wake up one day and only to find you didn't take action and find out your client killed himself because you didn't do something? Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it. Hey, Joe Miller again. Just a quick thing here before I go. Hope you found the preceding video interesting. We certainly enjoyed presenting this very, unfortunately, timely topic, something that continues to be timely. I wanted you to know, though, that no matter where you are, wherever you practice, if you're an attorney, if you get a call for a work injury in either Virginia or North Carolina, we can send you a referral fee if you send us the case, assuming your state ethical rules allow it. If you're not doing that and you or your staff are just telling callers, hey, we don't take claims in Virginia, North Carolina, or we don't take workers' compensation claims, and you're just hanging up on these folks, you're throwing money away. I implore you not to do that. Rather, you can either go to the QR code, which you've seen here, or you're going to see at the end of the video also, and scan that, or you can just go to joemillerinjurylaw.com/referrals. Either way will get you to our referral page, and then you got very few lines of text to fill out there. You go to the bottom, there's a button that says send a referral to Joe Miller, and boom, we've got it, and we'll evaluate it. And if we have a successful resolution to the claim, again, assuming your state ethical rules permit it, we will send you a nice referral fee at the end. Joe Miller, workers' compensation attorney. Hope to hear from you. Thank you for watching.